Mike, I have to ask, so you mentioned Drew Pyne, being in that position. One of the things that went viral on the internet from the game was the Tommy Rees, clip of him on the phone yelling at Drew Pyne, and lip reading experts have declared that he was saying, "Do your effing job."
Yes, he was.
And then something after that, I couldn't make it out. But anyways, I'm curious what you think about this. Obviously Mike played with Tommy Rees. You probably know him.
Yes.
He was a former Notre Dame quarterback not too long ago, but he was doing the thing that Brian Kelly got criticized a lot for doing.
I think at some point, yes, there's frustration that sets in. Also, you see when he yelled like that, and people are going to like, oh, wow, but if that's done also at practice, it's not like it's going to be a shock to the kid. And I've been at some practices, and listen, coaches yell at practice as well. If a coach didn't yell at practice and all of a sudden just yelled on game day, it would be like, wow, okay, that's a little surprising. But I think the players are used to that, used to hearing coaches, in this case Tommy Rees, yell at a practice, and then I'm sure there's a lot of frustration, that gets in the booth. Now, listen, make no doubt, when Tommy sees that, he's probably not going to be happy that he got caught on camera doing that, or that he did that, because you're always on camera. They always have those cameras that are shooting in the booth on the coordinator, so he's never going to get away from that. So it's probably something he'll think about to try and control his anger. Maybe turn around in his seat or something, or cover his face, or muffle it, or something. Yeah, do something. Yeah. I would imagine when they go to the booth and he's mad, you may see a different response from him, because he probably wasn't too happy that got out there. I would agree, but yeah, it was pretty easy to tell what he had said.
I was also thinking that, NBC always gets accused of being like the Notre Dame Homer broadcast, because up and for not too much longer, Notre Dame's the only college football team that they broadcast regularly. Notre Dame's had a partnership with them for over 30 years, or maybe we're coming up on the 30-year anniversary. I'm not sure. But anyways, they always get accused of being the Homer broadcast, and I think that showing that little clip maybe negates some of those accusations.
Some of that, I would say, yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. It's like, I don't know if you give Tommy more. Obviously, you've played football. You've gotten screamed at by coaches.
Yeah.
I'm more sensitive, and I don't like being screamed at by anyone. So I'm always like, But you feel it feels like he kind of gets a pass because he's been in that situation before, and might know a way to motivate Drew Pyne, and not It seemed like he played better after that. I mean, after the first quarter, at least. So I don't know.
Certainly the old line did, and the running game played a lot better. But I'll say this again: I'm sure it didn't catch him off guard. I'm sure Tommy has yelled at Drew Pyne, has yelled at Tyler Buchner, has yelled at other players on the offense as much in practice. So when you get yelled at during the game, if you did something wrong, you did something wrong, the expectation is you're going to get yelled at. Now,
you're going to get yelled at.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to affect the players as much as people might think. Now, there are those.
That's probably true. That is probably true.
Because you've heard it before. Now, there are others that will say when you coach a game, it should be a little different than practice. Instead of yelling in that way, it should be more of a, all right, let's work through this moment, we'll deal with it after the game. But coaches are different. But like I said, so everybody saw Tommy yell, and believe me, it's not the first time he yelled. It's not the first time he's yelled at Pyne. It's not the first time he's yelled at another player. So the least surprised are going to be the players out of all of this thing. But like I said, I don't have any doubt Tommy's probably going to want to kind of hide that yelling going forward.